Yeah, right now it's actually perfect. Yeah, so doing a sound check sounded great on my side, coming through really good in my ears. No, I think it's perfect. Yeah, good to go. Sounded all right. All right, we are live out here at Pacelli, the Student Activity Center here, the host site here of the regional final girls action here, Division 5 here on a Saturday night, the last day of February, in fact. Trevor Zaleski here on production, Brandon Barincott on the call here tonight. Getting into the postseason action here, and both teams obviously here by way of victories yesterday. We'll start here with the Columbus. The Dons here playing out of that Clover Belt East Conference, head coached by Eric Wilson. They victorious last night, 58-47 over at home against Edgar. And then their first game back on Tuesday night, victory over Port Edwards here. So they are looking here. They were 19-7 overall here, 11-2 in a very good conference here. Of course, Newellsville top of that conference at 14-0. Columbus, though, last night, again, a 58-47 victory. They were led by freshman Ellie Gardner's 21 points, and then 13 from Caitlin Casperson. And then you got 6 for both Izzy Holes, Maddie Bernick, and then 3 points for Sophie Wilczek. Kenley Hilgerman had 5 points, and then Jaylee Garneau and Chase Blanker with 2 points apiece here. Again, our Stevens Point Auto Select. They're Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. They have complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select, and you are good to go. So Pacelli, on the other hand, they 20-4 overall season-wise. Last night, convincing victory. They had the first round bye by virtue of their number 1 seed here in this regional. They were victorious 66-31 over Pittsville right here last night. And again, tonight, a chance to advance on to sectional semifinals. The winner of tonight's game will get the winner of the Wisconsin Rapids Assumption Almond Bancroft game, the 2 and 3 seed. Both those teams going at it at 7 o'clock as well over in Almond Bancroft. Pacelli head coach by Allison Smaglick. And Pacelli, perfect 10-0 in conference. And really those 4 losses coming to very good teams in certainly higher divisions at the likes of La Crosse Aquinas, St. Mary Catholic, Mosinee, Wittenberg, Burnhamwood, and Pacelli able to play really with Wittenberg, Burnhamwood. They lost by 2 in that one, but Wittenberg, Burnhamwood, an undefeated team playing. And just a very good basketball team here. Pacelli down, Maddie Pionic out with injury here, but they've been virtually solid, obviously, all season here with a 20-4 overall record. Again, tonight's game winner would move on to sectional semifinals on Thursday night, and then a chance from that spot to sectional finals then would be next Saturday, and then the end goal, obviously, is a chance to go over to State, the Resch Center over in Green Bay. That's Thursday, March 12th through Saturday, March 14th, just a few short weeks away here. But again, our Stevens Point Auto Select, they are Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. They have complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select, and you're good to go. Get a chance to go talk to Doug Naskowiak over there. He's kind of the, I guess I would say, sort of the face of Stevens Point Auto Select, along with so many others, certainly. And Doug and I, good friends going back to our coaching days here. We will be underway here in just a few moments. Our scoreboard sponsor here tonight, Nason Valderi. We'll take a brief pause. We'll get our national anthem. We'll get our starting lineups again here. Regional final action here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you tonight in part by Hoff Favor Realty.
Vehicle maintenance is vital to your day-to-day life. That's why Auto Select of Stevens Point reminds you to be sure to schedule regular oil changes, tire rotations, and general inspections to keep your vehicle in great shape. Let the helpful, friendly staff at Auto Select ensure your vehicle continues to keep you and your passengers safe on the roads, as well as keep your vehicle functioning the way it was intended. For quality, dependable automotive care from service experts, place your trust in Auto Select of Stevens Point. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Mega Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Mega Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at metacustom.com.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that looked for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
We are back. We'll get our starting lineups here. So your starting line, their public address announcer, Dave Wysocki, Caitlin Casperson, the senior number 1, Izzy Holes, number 2, the sophomore, Maddie Burnick, the sophomore, number 3, Sophie Wilczek, the junior, number 4, and Ellie Gardner, the freshman, number 30. We'll get the Pacelli Cardinals starting lineups here from our public address announcer. So your starting lineups there is announced by our public address announcer, Dave Wysocki. You've got junior Haley Shisheshki, freshman Kinsley Shirk, junior Jaden Zdroik, senior co-captain Sammy Sankey, and senior co-captain here in Ella Van Order. And Pacelli, Jaden Zdroik leading the team at 16.6 points per game. Ella Van Order averages about 15.5 a game. Haley Shisheshki averages nearly 12 a game. And so Pacelli certainly with a very deep deep cupboard, I guess you would say, in terms of their both offensive and defensive production. Here we are set to jump things off here. Haley Krzyzewski and Maddie Bernick, and Pacelli will win the opening tip here. So Zdroik swings it back over to Shirk, left side, gets it into Van Order. Van Order bounces it to Sankey. Sankey, Jaden Zdroik. Van Order calling for it down on the blocks. Krzyzewski down low at the elbow. Zdroik, nice little head fake, little jumper on the way, and that one is good. And Jaden Zdroik doing what Jaden Zdroik does so well, and that's Jaden Bucket Zdroik here. So early 3-0 lead. Back up top, that's Ellie Gardner. Ellie just a freshman, but I tell you what, she averages 21 points a game and shoots over 50% from the field. So a very productive, in Columbus Catholic, 3 seniors on the roster, and Pacelli with the 2 seniors. So, you know, both teams quite young. Certainly the future continues to shine bright here for both squads. So given to Gardner here into the front court. And that one going to be turned over. Krzyzewski going to come out of there with it. It's going to go right back to Columbus, as that's Izzy Holes. Holes surveying it here, bounces it back over to Casperson. Casperson working from left to right. Swings it back, so Pacelli has a pretty stout defense, and the first foul, that's going to go against Haley Krzyzewski. That will be her first team foul. Team foul number 1 here, about minute 2 here gone by. Pacelli with an early 3-0 lead here. And back up, as that's Wilczek. Back over to Holes. Holes, and Zdroik with a steal. Zdroik, one person to beat. She will go up with it, and she will get fouled. But she will go to the Serve Pro free throw line. Well, Jaden Zdroik, you can call Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never happened. So that foul's on Wilczek. That's her first. Zdroik shooting the pair here. First one is up, and that one is good for Zdroik. And Zdroik is good on both. So Trevor telling me the Elman Bancroft Wisconsin Rapids Assumption, that one just underway 2-2 in that one as well here. So as we mentioned in our Stevens Point Auto Select pregame show, the winner of tonight's game will face the winner of that game going on in a sectional semifinal matchup. But first things first, a lot of ball here, and that one going to be turned over. They're going to say, let's see here. They're going to say it's going to stay with the Columbus Catholic Dons here. So Pacelli faithful, not so sure about that one here. Either way, it's back into the front court. Gardner gets it back, as that's Holes. Holes had 6 points last night in that victory over Edgar. Izzy just a sophomore. And Pacelli defensively certainly has the ability. Nice take there, and that one is good for Caitlin Casperson. She had 13 points. One of 3 seniors on this Columbus Catholic team here. So 5-2 early goings. That's over to Sankey. Left side here, gets it back into Krzyzewski. Over to Van Order. Van Order goes up with it. That one left short, rebounded, pulled down there by Holes. Holes, right side, that's Gardner. Gardner kicks it back out. 3 ball on the way, that one no good. And Zdroik will come out of there with a rebound. Zdroik out in transition to Shirk. Shirk goes up with it, and Kinsley Shirk. So it's an early 7-2 lead here. Back over to Holes. Holes going left with it. Nice little take by Izzy Holes, and Izzy Holes on the board now. So, and head coach Eric Wilson looking at his, that one no good. Rebound pulled down there by Wilczek. Wilczek will run it across the timeline here for the Dons. Swings it back over far side. Casperson back up to Holes. Holes gets it into Gardner. Gardner goes up with it. Allie Gardner, that one left a little long. And Dons will retain possession of it. That one would have been good from 3. That one no good. Casperson, and they're going to say that she traveled with it. So we'll go back to the Cardinals here. I want to give thanks tonight to the Rock and Roll Cafe. Find a great variety of breakfast options at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Breakfast, lunch, Friday fish fry and service with a smile. Open daily for breakfast and lunch, only on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. And if you get a chance, definitely do check them out. I've been there a few times. Their Monte Cristo sandwich, certainly an outstanding choice among so many others. So Zdroik going in with it, bounces it down into, and Haley Krzyzewski on the board now. So 9-4 here, about 3:40 gone by here in this opening half. As that is Chase Blinker into the game, number 21 here for the Columbus Catholic Dons. Swings it back out, Casperson, 3-ball, that one, gonna go back, and it's gonna go back to the Cardinals here. Today's game also brought to you in part by Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Premier Auto Bodies, St. and Carpet One, Stevens Point Brewery, Lee Ayers Jewelers, Point Heating and Cooling, and Portesi Pizza. So back up to Shirk. Shirk working left side, gets it back to Zdroik. Zdroik in the corner to Sankey. Bounces it into Zdroik, over to Krzyzewski. Van Order calling for it down low. Shirk, that one no good. And that one, he'll go back to the Columbus Catholic Dons. That one poked out of there. But so 9-4 here. Our score, Brandon Barroncut on the call here of this regional final action. Again, a trip to sectional semifinals Thursday night on the line here. It's win or go home, obviously. Casperson, far side, cross court over to Holes. Holes defended up top by Zdroik. Nice little take there, and Izzy Holes. I'll tell you what, her first step, again, just a sophomore, the 5'8" sophomore there, and Izzy Holes. 4 points now for her. Zdroik defended there by Gardner, gets it over to Krzyzewski, looking down to Van Order. Van Order, we know, can certainly put the basket in, and they will say she traveled. So, but Ella Van Order, she reached that career milestone probably, I don't know, about the last week and a half or so here, eclipsing her 1,000-point career points, which is certainly no easy thing to do. So Peyton Zdroik into the game now here for Stevens Point. Pacelli in place of Krzyzewski. Back over to Casperson. Casperson, long swing pass to Holes. Holes, who has 4 points here tonight to lead Columbus Catholic, and that one is good. The 3-ball. So Holes now with 7 points here to get this thing all tied up here. Sankey gives it back over to Zdroik. Zdroik going in with a nice little take by Zdroik. That one no good, left short. And it's going to stay here with the Cardinals here. I want to give thanks here to Made It Custom. Made It Custom Apparel specializes in providing quality decorated apparel, including from corporate casual team uniforms and promotional items to sporting goods and awards. Find just what you need to keep you looking great. Learn more at madeitcustom.com. That's madeitcustom.com. Jaden Zdroik, 3-ball, that one no good. Rebounded by Holes. Again, Holes supplying some of that offensive firepower here tonight. Again, Eric Wilson and his squad, a very impressive campaign here in this 2025-2026 at 19-7, 11-2 in that very tough Clover Belt East Conference. Swings it back over to Gardner. Gardner, a little jump shot, and that is good for Ellie Gardner. So Gardner now has the Columbus Catholic Dons up here by 2. And it looks like we'll check back in here shortly for the Columbus Catholic Dons. Zdroik swings it back over to Shirk. Little head fake, takes it in. Shirk up with it. That one no good. Gets her own rebound. We're going to get a loose ball and back to the Columbus Catholic Dons. That's Casperson in space here. Back up top to Holes. Bounces it down into Kenley Hilgeman. So Peyton Zdroik called for that one. Second team foul here tonight for the Cardinals as Casperson checks out. Krzyzewski back in here for Stevens Point. Gardner give the 3. That one's going to miss a little long, and a battle for the rebound, and it's going to go back to Stevens Point. Pacelli here, an 11-9 game here with just about 6.5 or so minutes elapsed here in this regional final action here out at the Student Activity Center here. Stevens Point Pacelli Kinsley Shirk back into the front court over to Stroik. Jaden Stroik working with it on Wilczek there. And Stroik goes up with it, and she will draw the 2-shot foul. Stroik going in strong with it. Again, so much offensive firepower for Jaden. Has certainly a very crafty way to find the bucket here. At the Serve Pro free throw line, first one is up, and it is good for Jaden. So she is 3 of 3 here from the Serve Pro free throw line. That was on Hilgeman, so both teams now with a pair of team fouls. And Stroik now 4 of 4 here from the Serve Pro free throw line. So all knotted up at 11s here. Gardner swings it back over to Holes. Holes goes in left with it, bounces it corner there for Hilgeman. And Stroik going to be called for the foul. That'll be her first personal foul, team foul number 3 now here for the Stevens Point Shelley Cardinals here. So Gardner will inbound it. A pair of Columbus Catholic Dons checking in, and Maddie Burnick as well as Caitlin Casperson as well. So Gardner will inbound it. Again, Gardner, just the freshman, averages nearly 21 per game. It's a very bright future for her, no doubt. 3 ball on the way. That one is good, and the triple. And I'll tell you what, Izzy Holes has come to play here tonight. 10 in the game for Izzy. Pair of triples here for Izzy as well. She averages about 10.4, so she's already nearly at her average here. Shirk swings it back over to Krzyzewski, gets it into Jaden Stroik. Stroik goes up with it, and she will draw the foul here, so Stroik will have her 3rd trip here to the Serve Pro free throw line here tonight. So that's going to go against Burnick, team foul number 3 now. Stroik's 3rd trip here to the Serve Pro free throw line. She is 4 of 4, make that 5 of 5 now here for Jaden Stroik. 2nd on the way here for Jaden. And that one is good as well. So perfect 6 of 6. Pacelli shoots around 64% from that Serve Pro free throw line. So in a 1-point game here. Shelley trailing here by 1. Holes, who's had the hot hand. In the corner, 2 Holes looking down low. That one swatted away by Krzyzewski. And a good defensive effort there. Ella Van Order checking back in here in place of Sammy Sankey. And Chase Blanker back into the game here for Burnick. Gets it back up top left side. Looking baseline is Holt. Little move under there, and Peyton Stroik coming out of there with a rebound. So Peyton, just the freshman, she averages about 4.5 rebounds a game. Does Peyton about 4.5 points a game as well. Gets it into Van Order. Van Order, and she'll be called for the travel there. So turn back over to the Cardinals here. Under 10 minutes here to go, half number 1. Maddie Burnick back into the game here for the Dons. We give thanks tonight to Simplicity Credit Union. They bring home the win with great mobile options and the right loan for your family, your business, or your home. Check them out at simplicity.coop today. Simplicity Credit Union. So 9:45 here to go, half number 1. And that triple buried there. Casperson with 5 points and a timeout on the floor, 17-13. We'll take a brief pause. Bring it right back. You're listening to and watching high school girls regional final basketball tonight on Zaleski Sports, brought to you tonight in part by Hoff Favor Realty.
Excuse me, is this carpet stain resistant?
No, doesn't seem like it is. Sorry.
For advice from real flooring experts and huge savings on stain-resistant flooring, visit Carpet One. Carpet One Floor and Home. Right now at your local Carpet One, you can get help from our flooring experts while saving big and enjoying special financing on beautiful floors for your home. Come see us today.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
All right, we are back here, 17-13 showing on our Nasonville Dairy scoreboard here tonight in this, again, regional final action here. Zdroik looking for Krzyzewski down low, little turnaround jumper, that one no good, and rebounded there by Izzy Holes. Casperson, little hesitation there, nearly that one picked off, and Shirk going to come out of there with it for the Cardinals here. So Shirk, just the freshman, she'll go up with it. And Van Order with a rebound, good wherewithal, senior Zdroik, that one no good, and a rebound pulled down there, and we are going to get a foul, and that's going to go against I believe Haley Krzyzewski. That'll be her second personal foul here for Haley. That will be the fourth team foul now. I beg your pardon, that's going to go against Zdroik. So Peyton Zdroik's second personal foul here. Team foul number 4 now. So a 4-point lead. Out 9 minutes gone by. A little pull-up jumper. That one going to miss. Jaden Zdroik with the board here. Zdroik averages 7 rebounds per game, I should say. Nice little move by Zdroik. That one in and out. Good take there, and a board there by Blanker, and a jump ball here. So Pacelli will have it by way of the possession arrow here. So checking back in for the Dons is Sophie will check, as she'll check in for Chase Blanker. Chase, one of 3 seniors on this Don squad. Peyton Zdroik to inbound it here now. Gets it back up to Shirk. Shirk looking down into Krzyzewski. That one turnaround no good. Krzyzewski with a rebound. That one left a little short. And we're going to get a foul called here. Looks like see what happened here. We're going to take just a brief pause here. I think we'll bring it right back. You're listening to and watching girls high school basketball action here tonight on Zaleski Sports.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
All right, so Columbus Catholic back into the front court here. That 4-point lead, 3-ball good if it goes, and that one knocked down. And that's Izzy Holes with her third triple of the night. So Izzy Holes now having herself one heck of a first half. Swings it back over to Shirk. Shirk looking down into Van Order. Swings it out over to Krzyzewski. Krzyzewski back. Jaden Zdroik, 3-ball. That one left a little short. And coming out of there with a rebound, that's Ellie Gardner. Gardner will look to reset things. Step back jumper. That one no good. And that's going to go off the Dons. So back to the Cardinals we go. Want to give thanks here tonight to Bruce Orthodontics. Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office and accept most insurances at Bruce Orthodontics. They're changing lives one smile at a time. Set up a free consultation today only at Bruce Orthodontics. Swings it over to Shirk. 7-point game now. Zdroik, the little take. And she'll draw the foul, and she'll go back to that Serve Pro free throw line here, her 4th trip there. That's going to be Blanker, the foul. Team foul number 5 now, so Zdroik, 4th trip to the Serve Pro free throw line. That one no good for Jaden. Pacelli trailing here in this one by 7. Kenley Hilgeman checks back in place of Caitlin Casperson. Zdroik second on the way. That one is up and it is good. So Jaden back to a 6-point game here now. Gardner working from her right to left, swings it back up top. That's Holes, who's had the hot hand with 3 triples here in the first half. Give back to Gardner. Gardner directing traffic, looking down low, gets it down into the paint, and a nice little take there. And that's Chase Blanker on the take. And a timeout called. We'll take a pause ourselves here, bring it right back. You're listening to and watching high school girls regional final action here tonight on Zaleski Sports. Brought to you tonight in part from Hoff Favor Realty.
At Nicolet Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $30 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at nicoletbank.com. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
So, after a couple years of this, it's time for more money and better opportunities. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in.
Are you a born leader? Is hospitality your thing? Maybe you're into efficiency. Or do you love building teams? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. So stop getting by and level up today.
All right, Zdroik, jumper on the way, and Jaden Zdroik. So a 6-point game here, 6:45 here to go, half number 1. Ellie Gardner goes in right, nice little take. Kicks it back to Holes, who's had that hand jumper, that one from 3, no good. And it's going to go back to the Cardinals here, so Peyton Zdroik checks back in for Pacelli, and Casperson back in here for the Dons here. 6:37 here, half number 1. 22-16 our score on our Nasonville area scoreboard here. And Wisconsin Rapids Assumption 18-16 lead right now over Ullman Bancroft. That one stolen away. A 2-on-1 here is Casperson back to Gardner, looking down low. The little give down low, that one left a little long, that one no good. And a rebound put back down there for Hilgeman. So Hilgeman on the board now here, so back to an 8-point lead here, 24-16. Krzyzewski swings it back to Peyton Zdroik. Straight ball on the way. And Peyton Zdroik on the scoreboard now. And a big triple there for Peyton. A 5-point game as we go under 6 minutes here in half number 1. And what just a really nice, a good crowd, obviously, as you certainly would expect in this regional final girls action here tonight. Certainly energy from both squads here. Gardner goes up with it. She will be fouled, though, will Ellie. That's going to go against Jaden Zdroik. That's going to be the 5th team foul now here. So Ellie Gardner will shoot a pair. First one is up, and it is good for Gardner. 3 points now for Ellie. And Columbus Catholic shoots about 61% from the Serpro free throw line. Second on the way for Gardner, and that one is good as well. So 4 points now for Ellie. And she'll check out, and checking back in will be Izzy Holes there, number 2. She's got 13 here tonight in this first half. Shirk across the timeline over to Peyton Zdroik. Peyton gets it back into Jaden Zdroik, looking for Van Order. Swings it back to Peyton Zdroik. Zdroik 3 ball on the way! And Peyton Zdroik with her second triple here tonight, making it now a 4-point game here for Don's out front here. 4 gives it over to Holes. Holes working from her right to left. Back over to Wilczek. Wilczek back up to Blanker there. There's Casperson back to Holes. So Holes, you have to think with those 3 triples here tonight, certainly changing the defensive trajectory here for the Cardinals. Back over corner into Holes there. Back to Casperson, thought about it momentarily, looking to try to get it down low. Goes up with it, and Hilgeman is there. And Kenley Hilgeman now with 4 in the game. Kenley, freshman, so another freshman here again. Both teams with some youth prevailing here. Jaden Zdroik, 3 ball on the way. Jaden Zdroik the triple here, and it is a 3-point game now here, 28-25 as we enter this final 4:15 of this first half. Swings it back to Hilgeman, defended up there by Peyton Stroik. Goes in left with it, looking down low, back up to Holes. Holes, who's got 13 in the game here tonight, has been certainly supplying a lot of that firepower offensively here in this opening half of play here. Back up to reset it as Wilczek, defended there by Shirk, back to Hilgeman. Hilgeman back over to Kasperson, back to Blanker. Baseline there, Holes trying to get baseline, cut off nicely by Shirk. That one bounced out of there, and Kasperson, and they're going to get the foul called. I think they're going to get that on Shirk. And that will go. So Ellie Gardner back in the game now. She'll check in for Hilgeman. Hilgeman exits with 4 points here in this first half. Holes to inbound it here for the Dons. 3:40 here to go in this opening half. Miss Catholic with that 3-point lead. Gardner, and that one nearly poked out of there, and Kinsley Shirk defensively able to induce the turnover. Jaden Stroik into Van Order. Van Order goes up with it, and she will be fouled. So nice cut there to the hoop for Van Order, and she'll go to that Serpro free throw line. Looking to get on the scoreboard here tonight for the Cardinal. Team foul number 6 now, so both teams with 6 fouls here tonight. Van Order, that one's going to be left a little short. She'll get a second here. So Ella, one of those 2 senior co-captains, the 2 captains in Sammy Sankey and Ella Van Order. Second on the way, that one is up, and it is good. So Van Order now makes it a 2-point game here. At score of 28-26 on our Nasonville Dairy scoreboard here. Ellie Gardner swings it back. Over to Wilczek. Wilczek looking corner there. That's Holes. Holes able to get baseline, and a nice take. And I'll tell you what, Izzy Holes, a whale of a first half here for Columbus Catholic to lead all scorers here. Jaden Stroik, 3-ball on the way, and Jaden Stroik, another triple, her third. Not to be outdone, so a 1-point game here. Gardner swings it back to Kasperson. Kasperson goes in with it, swings it back up top. That's Holes. Poke there momentarily by Stroik. Looking down low, goes up with it and a block, and that's going to stay here. A good block there by Peyton Stroik. So a 1-point game here again. Tell you what, these are fun games no matter how you slice it, dice it, saute it. Just love this time of year. That one up with it, no good. Rebounded, pulled down there by Krzyzewski out to Van Order. Van Order into the front court. Gets it back to Stroik, over to Peyton Stroik. Far side, that back over to Jaden now. Peyton Stroik, 3-ball on the way! Peyton Stroik, her third triple here tonight. She's got 9, and Pacelli back out front here, 32-30. So Peyton Stroik, Kasperson up top there, defended by Stroik. Back over to back to Gardner there, right side, long swing pass over to Wilczek. Wilczek swings it back to Gardner. Gardner, a little step back jumper on the way. That one no good, and Shirk gonna come out of there with a rebound. So Pacelli now with a 2-point lead here. Peyton Stroik feeling it. Ooh, that one misses a little long, but at least from this angle, it looked like that might have been good, but just a little long, and we're going to get a travel called back. The Cardinals, we go, hey, want to give thanks here tonight to Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Buy 3 and get 1 free. Tire sale is on now at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. That's buy 3 tires and get 1 free. Find your location at SherrillTire.com. So Sammy Sankey back in here for the Cardinals. Kenley Hilgeman back in for the Dons here. So minute 35 here to go. Pacelli with that 2-point lead, largely on the play of certainly Peyton Stroik and Jaden Stroik having the sibling combo there. So foul going to be the call on the floor, and that will be the 5th trip now for Jaden Stroik to that Serpro free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1 here. And that one is no good for Stroik. 80 seconds here to go, and Holes going nearly uncontested on that one. So Holes gets the Dons back all tied up here. Sankey swings it over to Van Order into Krzyzewski down low, and Haley Krzyzewski with 4 points now in the game here. So 34-32 with nearing a minute here to go in this opening half. Gardner going in, nice little spin move. Gardner goes up with it. Good take there by Gardner. And that one may have partially been blocked, so Pacelli now into the front court as Stroik behind the back. Back up to Krzyzewski. Swings it over to Shirk. Working Krzyzewski, 3-ball on the way. That one misses, and Casperson with a rebound. So Columbus Catholic, the chance to tie things up or take the lead here possibly. 3-ball on the way. That one's going to miss short, and Sankey going to come out of there with a rebound, and you have to think now Pacelli will probably try to slow things down and get that final shot here of this opening half. Going into the locker room with potentially more than a 2-point lead. Gets it, trying to get down into Krzyzewski. That one poked out of there. And in transition, Holes going in with it, bounces it down low, going up with it. That one no good. And we're going to get a scrum for the Gardner 3-ball, good if it goes! And Alec Gardner with a 3-ball at the horn there, and we are at the half here, 35-34. Gardner with the triple there at the half. There's 35-34, halftime score. We'll take a brief pause. We'll reset things here. We'll go through our first half scoring here. Again, you're listening to and watching high school girls basketball regional final action here tonight on Zaleski Sports. Brought to you tonight by the Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl plank and carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
If you ask us, picking out new furniture should be fun, and when you work with us, it is. Home Furniture's free design assistance in your home or in our store. We make the process as easy as possible by helping you envision what your furniture and your room will look like. What inspires you? Visit Home Furniture today to create a single sofa or an entire room. We'll help you bring it all together. Dream it, create it, love it. Home Furniture's free design assistance, West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Buy 3 and get 1 free is back at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Plus, get up to $100 back on a select set of 4 installed Goodyear tires when you use the Goodyear credit card through February 27 at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
All right, we are back here. Regional final action here tonight on Zaleski Sports, of course, brought to you in part from all of our game day sponsors here. We got a score check here as Elman Bancroft here leading here 26-23 in the first half with about 5.5 seconds to go in that one. So that one a close game as well. And I guess you would expect nothing less as you get into this juncture of the season here, certainly the postseason here, regional final action here. Let's run through our first half scoring here tonight. We'll start here with the Columbus Catholic Dons, and they are led first half scoring. And I tell you what, Izzy Holes putting on a clinic here with 17 first half points, including 3 triples in the first half. And then you get 7 points for Ellie Gardner, 5 points here for Caitlin Casperson, 4 points here in the first half for Kenley Hilgeman, and then 2 points for senior Chase Blinker. So the 35 team points here for Columbus Catholic. 2 of 2 here from the free throw line for the Dons. We'll switch things on over here to the Cardinals here. Stevens Point, Pacelli, the 34 team points here as they trail by 1 here. Leading the way in first half scoring here, Jaden Zdroik, also putting on a Jaden Zdroik type performance. 18 first half points here tonight for her. And then freshman Peyton Zdroik with 9 points here, including those 3 triples that you could really sense the momentum with those, certainly from the freshman there in Peyton. And then you get 4 first half points tonight for junior Haley Krzyzewski, 2 points for Kinsley Shirk, and then the 1 point here for Ella Van Order, the 34 team points here. Pacelli 8 of 10 here from the ServPro free throw line, 80% in the first half here. So both teams obviously in this first half shooting very well from the free throw line here tonight. We'll take a brief pause, about 5.5 minutes or so remaining, and we'll have our second half underway here in just a few moments. Again, you are listening here tonight and watching high school girls regional final action here tonight on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from the Hoff Favor Realty.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
Winter weather got you down? At Tommy's Express, we're open in all conditions, rain, snow, or shine, so you can keep your car clean year-round. Try our best car wash, The Works, with underbody flush and ceramic body wax. We'll wash away the salt and debris and protect your vehicle from the elements. Don't forget to complete the clean with our free vacuums and mat washers. Join Tommy Club to wash unlimited or try Paper Wash and wash away the winter blues. Visit us today at Tommy's Express Car Wash. Love your ride.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun, Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
All right, Trevor Zaleski giving me the proverbial thumbs up here. So second half underway here in just a few moments, about just over 2 minutes or so. And very good, very productive first half. Really would expect nothing less here as a trip to the sectional semifinal game on the line here tonight. As we mentioned here tonight in our Stevens Point Auto Select pregame show, the winner tonight will have a trip to face the winner of Wisconsin Rapids Assumption Allman Bancroft. That one going on concurrently. And last I checked, we'll see. Maybe we can get a score check on that one. That one is probably at the half, and it looks like Allman Bancroft up 26-24 in that one. That one at the half. So that one, of course, over in Allman Bancroft, they have the number 2 seed and the 3 seed there with Wisconsin Rapids Assumption. Of course, Stevens Point Pacelli here with a 1 seed and Columbus Catholic with a 4 seed. So 2 really good basketball games here. Keeping an eye on both of them, certainly. But again, let's try to go through. I'll go through our scoring one more time here. Columbus Catholic first half scoring leader Izzy Holes with 17 points, including 9 from behind the 3-point line here. So 7 points for Ellie Gardner, 5 points for Caitlin Casperson, 4 points for Kenley Hilgeman, and 2 points for Chase Blinker here, the 35 team points here for the Dons. Pacelli, first half scoring leader and leading all scorers here tonight. Jaden Zdroik with 18 points, 9 points here tonight for Peyton Zdroik, 4 points for Haley Krzyzewski, 2 points for Kinsley Shirk, and 1 point here tonight for Ella Van Order. Pacelli, I think I mentioned 8 of 10. They're actually 8 of 11 from the Serve Pro free throw line, 72% or so. Just my little quick math there. And Columbus Catholic, 2 of 2 from the free throw line here. So again, a 1-point game here. I want to give thanks to all of our game day sponsors here tonight that help us bring all of these games live here. We certainly could not do it without any of them, and we are so very thankful to each and every one of them. One of them being Little Scholars Childcare. Little Scholars and Little Scholars Beginnings are 2 beautiful childcare and preschools in Stevens Point, offering early child learning for infants through 4K. You'll find great facilities and a comfortable environment to help your child grow. Visit littlescholars.com. So the Dons will start things off here over to Gardner. Gardner going in right with it. Ellie looking down low. Nice little pass down low, and that's Maddie Bernick with her first 2 of the game here tonight. So now a 4-point, should be a 3-point lead. I believe it should be 37, I think, to 34. Our scoreboard says 38, but I believe it is actually 37 by my math here. So there it is. So Gardner into the front court. Going in with it, kicks it back out. That's Holes. Back to Gardner. She's defended there by Zdroik. Casperson back over to Holes. Into the corner there. That's Bernick. Back up top. Holes 3 ball. That one's going to miss long. That one right to Wilczek on the rebound there. Ball bounces over to her. So Gardner swings it. Casperson defended there. That's Sammy Sankey. Same starter. Holes 3 ball on the way, and Izzy Holes another 3. And I tell you what, she's got 20 in the game. She has been virtually unstoppable here tonight. Sankey 3 ball, corner ball on the way. That one's going to miss long, and Dons will come out of there with a rebound. So Casperson gets it back to Gardner. Gardner step back jumper 3. That one no good. Holes with a rebound, goes up with it. Van Order with a block. And we're going to get, looks like we're going to get that's going to go against Bernick. And that will be her 3rd, so she'll check out, and checking back in now will be Chase Blinker now for the Dons. So a 40-34 here with just about 1:45 gone by in the second half of action here tonight. Regional final action here. Van Order left side here, goes in over to Sankey. Sankey back up top to Zdroik. Swings it over to Krzyzewski, little jumper. That one misses long. Krzyzewski fighting for it. And it's going to stay here with Stevens Point Pacelli. So good battle there for Haley. Shirk back over to Sankey. Sankey swings it over to Zdroik. Jaden Zdroik, 3-ball on the way. That one in and out there. Holes with a rebound. Jaden gets a steal. Jaden Zdroik all alone. Jaden Zdroik, and score it for Jaden Zdroik. She's got 20 in the game now as well. Jaden, well, I'll tell you what, we all so much is said about certainly scoring a rebound, but she averages about 6 steals a game as well. So able to kind of flash that defensive prowess here for Jaden. That one left short, 4-point game here. Jaden Zdroik into the front court. Gonna swing it over to Sankey. Sankey looking down into Krzyzewski down low, and Haley Krzyzewski with 6 points here tonight. Back to a 2-point game. Gardner into the front court. Swings it back to Casperson, over to Holes. Holes left side, far side. There, gets it back over to Wilczek. Back over to Gardner. Gardner gets a step, goes in with it, takes it in, and Ellie Gardner. Such a good first step there for Ellie. And again, just a freshman. You know, the combination of her and these other Holes, the sophomore. Zdroik goes up with it and able to keep her balance there. Able to fight through that, and Zdroik 42-40 her score. Gardner gets a step and a foul going to be called down low. We'll see who that's on. They're going to get Shirk on that one. It's going to be her second personal. Ella Van Order checks out. Peyton Zdroik back into the game now here for Stevens Point Pacelli. And Hilgeman back in here now for Columbus Catholic. And that one turned over, and Jaden Zdroik comes out of there with it. So Peyton Zdroik showing some good defense there out in front of Jaden. Over to Krzyzewski. Jaden swings it over to Peyton, back over to Sammy Sankey, 3-ball on the way. That one misses long. Jaden there with a rebound though. Jaden goes up with it and score it for Jaden Zdroik. 6 points here in the second half, 24 in the game to lead all scorers here tonight. We are all square at 42 apiece. Gives it over to Casperson, little jumper, long two if it goes. That one no good. Poked out of there and rebounded by Jaden Zdroik. Zdroik now in transition here for Pacelli. Swings it over to Shirk. Shirk back to Zdroik, gets it down into Krzyzewski. That one in and out. That one goes about 96% of the way down. And a jump ball going to be the call here on the floor, so it will stay here for the Cardinals here, Stevens Point Pacelli. And we'll check back into the game as she'll check in for Blanker, who exits here at the 13:41 mark here, all tied up at 42 apiece. Sankey now inbounded here for Stevens Point Pacelli, looking for Krzyzewski down low. Krzyzewski, that one no good. Back up with it, and a foul called, and Shirk going to draw that foul. So Shirk, she'll go to that Serve Pro free throw line to shoot a pair. So that's going to go against Holes. That is her second, team foul number 2 now here. So Shirk shooting a pair here from the Serve Pro free throw line. First one is up, and that one is good for Kinsley. Maddie Bernick back in here for Columbus Catholic. And Ella Van Order checking back in here in place of Haley Krzyzewski. Shirk second on the way here, and that one is up, and it is good. So Kinsley with 4 in the game now here. So Pacelli back out front here, 44-42. Ellie Gardner working right to left, gives it back over to Holes, swings it back to Casperson. Casperson Gardner step back 3 on the way, and Ellie Gardner. Well, I tell you what, just such a smooth shot, Ellie Gardner. Just that follow through. Going back to my days, shooting out of a phone booth, I guess. Probably dating myself a little bit, but the extension. 45-44. Zdroik goes up with it. Tries a little maneuver there, unable to get that one to go. Swings it back over, 3 ball on the way, and that one is good. And Ellie Gardner starting to heat up now. 15 in the game for Ellie. And again, we know she can score at nearly 21 a game. Van Order, that one misses, no good. And we are going to get a jump ball, and it's going to go to Columbus Catholic on the possession arrow here. So Szeszki will check back in along with Blanker here for the Dons. As Sankey will exit here for the Cardinals. 48-44 on our Nasonville Dairy scoreboard here tonight. Gardner into the front court. Left side, swings it on over. That's Holes near side here. Back to Casperson. Back over to Wilczek. Swings it over to Wilczek. Open 3 on the way. That one rattles in and out. Szeszki comes out of there with a rebound. So Jaden swings it over to Kinsley. Back to Haley. Haley. Peyton long 3 on the way. That one's going to miss a little long. She has had the hot hand, though. She's nailed 3 of those here tonight. Gardner able to keep her positioning there. Ellie Gardner. And a timeout going to be the call here. 50-44, 11:44 to go in this one. We'll take a brief pause. Bring it right back on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from the Hofffaber Real Estate Group.
For the best food in town, look no further than Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. This locally owned, 50s-themed diner loves to support their community while providing a full menu of breakfast and lunch options, along with all-day breakfasts and Friday fish fry. Enjoy a fun, family atmosphere with delicious meals made from scratch, including skillets and tasty burgers. Dine in or take out is welcome, Mondays through Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Treat yourself to a mouth-watering experience at the Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point.
All right, we are back. I want to give thanks tonight to Valley Communities Credit Union. For 90 years, Valley Communities Credit Union has been part of your hometown team. Local, trusted, strong of Valley Communities Credit Union, where community comes first. Federally insured by NCUA. That's Valley Communities Credit Union. Gives it down into Szeszki. Little turnaround. Van Order up with it. And she will draw the foul. Ella Van Order. She'll go to the Serpro free throw line here, will Ella. That's going to be Blanker's second personal foul here, team foul number 3. So Van Order from the Serpro free throw line for a pair. This one is up, and it is good for Ella. Ella will get a second here. Second on the way for Ella, and that one is good as well here. So Van Order now with 3 in the game. 11:33 to go in this one. Back to a 4-point advantage here for the Dons. Swings it backward to Wilczek, back into Holes. Back to Casperson, who thought about it momentarily there. Wilczek back over, swings it to Gardner. Gardner. Holes, little take inside. Holes going to go up with it, and she will draw the foul, and they're going to get Szeszki on that one. I think that's going to be her second here tonight now. So Izzy Holes will shoot a pair here. She's got 20 in the game. First one is up, and it is good. So Izzy getting the shooter's roll there. As Gardner checks Bernick and Hilgeman back into the game now for the Dons. Second for Holes, and that one is good. So 22 in the game now for her 6-point lead here for the Dons. Zdroik swings it back to Peyton. Peyton, long swing pass over to Szeszki. Looking for Zdroik down low. Jaden doing some work down low, goes up with it, unable to get that one to go. And it's going to go back to the Dons here. So we'll check back into the game. She'll replace Casperson. Want to give thanks tonight to Ridgetop Exteriors. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Again, Ridgetop Exteriors. So Wilczek swings it back to Gardner. Defended there up high by Zdroik. And a reach-in foul. That's going to be number 3, I believe. That will be her third. So both teams now with 3 team fouls here in this one. In the second half. Gardner gets it in. That one nearly turned over, but Don's able to hang on to things here. Swings it over to Hilgeman. Back to Holes. Holes will check that one. No good. And Peyton Zdroik with a big rebound for the Cardinals. Van Order gets it back to Shirk. Shirk going to try to hang on to it, and a timeout going to be the call. We'll take a brief pause, bring it right back. You're listening to and watching girls high school basketball regional final action here tonight on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from the Hoff Favor Real Estate Group.
Vehicle maintenance is vital to your day-to-day life. That's why Auto Select of Stevens Point reminds you to be sure to schedule regular oil changes, tire rotations, and general inspections to keep your vehicle in great shape. Let the helpful, friendly staff at Auto Select ensure your vehicle continues to keep you and your passengers safe on the roads, as well as keep your vehicle functioning the way it was intended. For quality, dependable automotive care from service experts, place your trust in Auto Select of Stevens Point. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
All right, we are back. One of our many game day sponsors there. That was Auto Select. Doug in the group, Doug Niskoviak, Auto Select. Of course, our pregame sponsor here on Zaleski Sports. So the Cardinals will inbound it. That's Jaden Zdroik here as they trail here by 6. Swings it over to Zdroik. And an offensive foul. They're going to get Van Order, I think, on that one. That's going to be her first. That will be team foul number 4 here now. So nearing 10 minutes to go in this one. It was a 1-point game at the half. Sealed off by that buzzer beater 3 before the half. And that one is good for Izzy Holes. And I'll tell you what, in fuego for Izzy here. So now the largest lead here at 9, 55-46. Swings it over to Peyton Zdroik, back over to Van Order. 3 ball on the way. That one no good. Jaden Zdroik with a rebound, going up to work with it. A nice pass down though. Krzyzewski there to finish things off. So a 7-point game now here, 9.5 to go in this one. Gardner swings it back. That's Holes far side there. Back up to Casperson. Casperson back over to Gardner. That one nearly poked away there. Shirk playing some pretty good defense here, the freshman here. Casperson far side, left side there. Gets it over to Wilczek. Wilczek. So Columbus Catholic with that 7-point lead certainly doesn't necessarily need to be in any real hurry, I guess, technically, although so Chase Blanker will check back in here for the Dons in place of Maddie Bernick. Bernick with 2 points here tonight. 7-point lead here for the Dons. Gets it over to Shirk. Down into Van Order. Van Order back up to Jaden Zdroik. 3 ball on the way. That one no good. And a rebound there by Blanker. And that one nearly, Casperson able to track that one down. And Coach Eric Wilson telling his squad slow things down a little bit for that high percentage shot. 3 ball on the way. That one no good. Jaden Zdroik with a big rebound there for Pacelli. And that one nearly poked out of there. Krzyzewski gets it down into Van Order. Van Order going to work with it. And Ella Van Order will draw the free throw. She will draw the foul, I should say. She'll go to that Serpro free throw line. That's going to be the 3rd now on Izzy Holes. That's 4 team fouls now here. net malfunction down there. But no problem here. Officiating crew able to restore things here. So Van Order's first is up and it is good. So Ella 4 in the game here now. 6-point lead, looking to try to make it a 5-point deficit here for the Cardinals. Second one on the way is up, and it is good for Ella. 5 of 6 here tonight for her from the Serve Pro free throw line. A 5-point game here, 8:05 to go in this one. Casperson back. Gardner defended, and Kinsley's done a pretty good job here. Ellie Gardner, a freshman, but Casperson, 3-ball on the way, and Caitlin Casperson with a triple. She's got 8 in the game now. So it's back to an 8-point lead here for the Dons. Swings it back to Zdroik, back over to Peyton Zdroik, looking to try to get baseline. And they'll say she traveled with it, so turn back over to the Dons now. Give thanks here tonight to Nicolay Bank. Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best. Locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill, or learn more at nicolaybank.com. Again, that's Nicolay Bank, one of our many game day sponsors here tonight on Zaleski Sports. Casperson back over to Holes. Holes working from her right to left. Casperson, second 3-ball on the way, and Casperson with her second triple here. She's got 11 in the game now. So timeout going to be the call on the floor. We'll take a brief pause, bring it right back. You're listening to and watching high school girls basketball action here tonight on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from the Off Favor Realty.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
All right, we are back here, 7:16 showing on our Nasonville Dairy scoreboard here now. The Dons out front here, 61-50, 7:16, as the timeout called there by the Cardinals here of Stevens Point Pacelli, and a score check here, Ullman Bancroft out front here, 40-38 over in Ullman Bancroft, with about, 5 minutes or so? 8 minutes or so, yeah, it looks like just about 8 minutes or so left, so the Eagles clinging to that 2-point lead on their home floor. Again, a trip to sectional semifinal on the line here. So back over to Short, back up to Jaden Zdroik. Back into Van Order. Van Order, a little 3-ball on the way. That one is good for Ella Van Order. So, and Ella, that's a big triple there. So an 8-point game here with 7 minutes to go in this one. Gardner looking down low, and we're going to get a foul called on the floor. We're going to get Peyton Zdroik. That's going to be her third personal team foul, number 5 now here. Bernick is good on the first. Second one here for Bernick here to make it a double-digit lead here. She's able to hit the second one here. Maddie's second one is up, and it is good. So she's got 4 in the game here now, the sophomore Maddie Bernick. So Pacelli back down here 10 now, 63-53, gets it over to Shushevsky. Looking to go in with it, swings it over to Jaden Zdroik, 3-ball on the way, that one no good. And a jump ball going to be the call here. It'll stay here with the Dons here by way of the, or I beg your pardon, that's going to stay here with the Cardinals. So Peyton Zdroik will inbound it. Back up top to Van Order's hit from there already. Wants that Ella Van Order with a triple. The senior, this is a time when you see some of the, you see seniors start realizing, potentially last game not going to go down without a fight. That one rebounded and comes out of there. Is it Krzyzewski over to Jaden Stroik? Jaden Stroik in transition here. She'll go up with it, and she will draw the foul, will Jaden Stroik. I think they're going to get Casperson on that one. And that will be her first team foul, or first personal foul, I should say. Team foul number 5 here on our Nasonville Dairy scoreboard here, 63-56. Stroik unable to convert on her first. Jaden will get a second here now. It's a 7-point deficit here, trying to make it a 6-point deficit. Second one is up, and it is good for Jaden. So 25 in the game for Jaden. 6-point advantage here for the Dons. We'll check back over to Casperson, gets it back. Gardner swings it back over to Casperson. Back up to Wilczek. Gardner going in, cut off there by Peyton Stroik. So again, Columbus certainly going to show patience here offensively with that 6-point lead. Don't need to necessarily do anything. They're certainly the clock going to be the biggest variable here tonight, and a foul on the floor here. I think they're going to get Van Order on that one, I believe. Actually, they're going to get Krzyzewski on that. That's going to be her third team or personal foul here. Team foul number 6 here. So one more, and they'll have that single bonus. And Peyton Stroik nearly able to poke that one out of there. So a 6-point lead here for the Dons with 5:20 to go in this one. A trip to sectional semifinals Thursday on the line here. Peyton Stroik, the give over to Jaden Stroik. Jaden Stroik for the triple. Hey, back to a 3-point game here, nearing 5 minutes to go in here. So this living up to the billing, the cost of admission, no doubt here. Holes 3 ball on the way. That one's no good. And battling for the board. And no call yet here. Collaborate on that one. They're going to say it's going to stay here. Looks like Krzyzewski may have touched it last. Valiant effort there on the floor. Both teams certainly getting after it here. The energy starting to, if it hasn't been picked up, it's certainly picked up now. And Shirk going to be called for the reach in there. So that's going to be her third personal foul here. That will be the 7th team foul here. No, Sawyer in the single bonus situation with that 4:51 mark here. The Dons here with a 3-point lead, looking to try to add to that. Wilczek is up. Front end of the 1-and-1 is good. She'll get a second here. Wilczek's second on this attempt here, and that one is good as well. So a 4-point lead here, 4:50 to go in this one. So 4:50 to go in this one. 5-point game here, far from over. This one swings it over to Shirk. Shirk looking back to Jaden Stroik, going to give it back over to Peyton Stroik. Long swing past Jaden. Jaden 3-ball on the way, and that one no good. That one, boy, I tell you what, that looked good from that angle. So back. Holes with a triple. My goodness. She has been absolutely taking over this. Izzy Holes here. Timeout on the floor. I'll tell you what, I think we'll keep things right here. Just 4:17 here to go in this one. An 8-point lead now for the Dons here of Columbus Catholic as the timeout called here. And certainly want to give thanks to all of our game day sponsors. Stevens Point Orthopedics, proud to provide complimentary sports physicals to Central Wisconsin athletes this winter. Call 715-344-0701 to schedule your appointment. That's 715-344-0701 here. So, tell you what, Trevor, this is kind of a barn burner, I guess you'd call it. Trevor Zaleski on our production here tonight. And we've got a score check in here. Looks like it's all tied up, 42 apiece over in Ullman Bancroft here. And that looks like about 3 minutes or so roughly to go on that one. So that one very highly contested, as you can well imagine that it would be. Certainly as you get into this phase of the season here, every game crucial, obviously. Goes without saying here. So 4:17 here to go. So Van Order across the timeline into the front court, over to Shirk, far side, right side, gets it back to Van Order. And she will give it up to Shirk, defended there by Gardner, the freshman on freshman there. Van Order goes up with it, little turnaround jumper. That one left a little long. Wilczek back over to Holes. So Holes, to think Columbus will probably look to try to chew some clock up here. That 8-point lead. Ellie Gardner, 3-ball on the way. That one's no good. And Jaden Zdroik with a rebound here. Looking for Krzyzewski down low, and Haley Krzyzewski. 10 in the game now for Haley. Back to a 6-point game. Gives it back up to Wilczek. Wilczek back over to Casperson. Back to Holes. Gardner near side here. So as you imagine here, going to try to run some of that clock down as much as they can. That's going to be the biggest variable in this game at this juncture here. And I believe we're going to get a timeout. They'll get the timeout in there here. So full timeout, the call here. I'll tell you what, I guess we'll keep it right here, Trevor, if we're good with that here. And 6-point lead here with under 3 to go in this one. So Pacelli, as you hear from Dave Weiss Hockey there, has 1 timeout left. Columbus Catholic with 2 timeouts left. Of course, Marshfield Columbus, this goes back a number of years ago, played in the same conference here, Pacelli. I mean, this goes back to the WISA days, pre-2000 or so, Trevor. That was probably before, pretty close to about when you were born, but you had teams like Marshfield Columbus, Eau Claire Regis, Wausau Newman, Chippewa Falls, McDonald, Wisconsin Rapids, Assumption, Stevens Point, Pacelli, just to name that old CWCC conference. So certainly, a rivalry that goes back many, many years ago, certainly back in the old Central Wisconsin Catholic Conference. So Pacelli will inbound it here, under 3 to go, or beg your pardon, Columbus inbounded. And that one poked away from Zdroik, Jaden Zdroik. The 2-on-1 gets it out to Van Order. Van Order goes up with it, going to draw the foul, but she will go to the line, and that will, more importantly, at least for Pacelli, that will stop the clock as well here. And she'll go back to the Serve Pro free throw line. Van Order is up, and she is good with that one. So Ella Chase Blinker back into the game, the senior here, number 21 here for the Dons. So 5-point lead now. Ella looking to trim that to a 4-point deficit, and she will do just that. I know our free throw shooting has been outstanding here. And the Cardinals will come out of there. They'll force the turnover, and no time off the clock here. 4-point advantage here. Pacelli, a chance to get this within 1 or 2 here. Krzyzewski, turnaround jumper, that one no good for him. And they're going to get Krzyzewski on that one. That's going to be her 4th. So the 8th team foul now will create the 1-and-1 bonus here for Chase Blanker here. And that one going to miss Lord. And Peyton Zdroik there with a rebound. Back over to Casperson. Casperson now swings it back to Holes. 2.5 to go here in this one. 68-64. Gardner right side here, defended up top. Krzyzewski, she is playing with those 4 fouls. Gardner able to find some spacing, and that one's going to be turned over back to the Cardinals. So our Nasonville Dairy scoreboard here, 68-64, 2:19 here to go in this one. And Van Order will back into Zdroik. Zdroik swings it over to Peyton Zdroik. 3-ball on the way! Peyton Zdroik! The triple there. 12 points here for Peyton now. Back to a 1-point game here. And a timeout called, 68-67. We'll take a brief pause, bring it right back. You're listening to and watching high school girls basketball action here, regional final action here tonight on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from the Hoff Favor Realty.
Meda Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Meda Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at medacustom.com.
All right, we are back here. Kind of the dual screen here. You can see Ullman Bancroft split screen there. 2-point lead over Wisconsin Rapids Assumption, 44-42 in that one. So, and just a 1-point game here out at Stevens Point, Pacelli, the Student Activity Center here. So, this time of year is what it's all about here, folks. So, 2:03 to go in this one. The Dons will inbound it. Pacelli showing that backcourt pressure. They were able to force, you're almost nearly able to generate that turnover on the 5-second inbound there, but Don's able to get it in. Casperson, far side, bounces it into Holes. So Holes the take inside, and she's going to draw the 2-shot foul. Will Izzy Holes. They're going to get Zdroik. That's going to be her 4th. So Holes will shoot the pair here. First one is up, and it is good for Holes. So and Maddie Bernick will check back in here in place of Chase Blanker. Holes second on the way. Second is up, and it is good. So it's a 3-point game here, 70-67. Van Order into the front court, over to Jaden Zdroik. Swings it back to Peyton Zdroik. Long swing pass, Van Order, 3-ball on the way. That one going to miss a little long. Peyton Zdroik gets a rebound, goes up with it on Peyton Zdroik. 14 in the game for Peyton. And that one nearly they're gonna be awfully close here, and a turnover there. So Pacelli able to induce the turnover here, as you can, 83 seconds here to go in this one. Pacelli trailing by 1 in a barn burner between two teams, certainly no strangers again. So the Cardinals now will inbound it here. They trail 1 here. And starting to get the pressure on here is Van Order over to Shirk, gets it back to Van Order, bounces it back to Shirk, getting it in over to Peyton Stroik, 3 ball on the way. That one's going to be a little long, and Van Order unable to corral that one in, and it's going to go back to Columbus Catholic. So Pacelli defensively has been able to put the clamps down a little bit here on defense in this backcourt pressure here. And a 5-second and a turn back over here. So just like that. So Pacelli's backcourt pressure. So the Cardinals will have it now here with a minute 14. About Jaden Stroik thought about it there momentarily, trying to wrap around pass into Van Order. And we'll get a foul on the floor here. So Siseski will foul out with a 10-point. Sammy Sankey back into the game now here. As Maddie Burnick here now at the line. Burnick, that one is no good. She will get a second here. Second on the way for Burnick, trying to make it a 2-point lead here. Second on the way, that one is good. So a 2-point game here with just over a minute to go in this one. Jaden Stroik back up to Shirk, gives it over to Stroik. Stroik looking baseline, goes up with it. It'll take inside, looking for some contact, unable to get it. And a timeout going to be the call here. I think we're going to keep things right here with 48.6 here to go on this one, as the Dons here up 2 now. And 46-43 over in Almond Bancroft. Almond Bancroft up here 46-43 with 3.0 seconds remaining in that one. So that one looks to be nearing the final stages over there. And again, the winner of this game here tonight will play the winner of that one, which as of right now, and that one with about 2 seconds to go in Almond Bancroft at the free throw line. So the student section here trying to get things going here as we enter into this final 48.6 seconds of action here. Shelley has been able to force some turnovers here on the defensive backcourt. It's it back, Gardner back over, so into the front court now. Holes. Back over to Casperson. Casperson to Gardner, bounces it into Holes. And Peyton Stroik will pick up the foul on that one. And that will be her 5th, so she will So that will bring Vivian Berna here, number 23, into the game. Izzy Holes will shoot a pair here now. That one is no good for Holes. Second one on the way for Holes now. That one is good. So a 3-point game here, 31 ticks left on that Nason Vildori scoreboard here. Back over to Jaden Stroik, gives it over to Sankey. Vivian Byrne on the floor now here, back to Sankey, back to Zdroik. And a timeout here going to be the call, 21.6 seconds showing on our Nasonville area scoreboard here. I think we'll just keep things right here. We would not want to miss even so much as a half a second of anything here in this final 21.6 seconds here. So a very good basketball game, a very, you can feel the energy really picking up here, really from both squads here as a three-point game here. Pacelli looking to try to, you don't necessarily have to take the three, but certainly you'd have to think that an open three would be something there that head coach Allison Smaglik drawing up here for her Cardinal squad here. So into Van Order here. Final 20 seconds here to go. Van Order back over to Jaden Stroik. Long three on the way. That one banked in, and Jaden Stroik banks in the three. I'll tell you what. Why not? And they're going to get a foul there. That's going to go against so that will stop the clock, and it will give Columbus Catholic the chance to take the lead here. As that is Ellie Gardner to the line here. 17 here tonight for Ellie. Gardner is up with it, and that one is no good. She'll get a second here. So Gardner a chance to make this a one-point game here. That one's going to rattle in for Gardner. So under 5 seconds here to go in this one. And they're going to say that is no foul here, so no foul. So the officiating crew going to collaborate here and see what Jaden Stroik. We'll see what there's 0.1 left on the clock here. 73 to 72 here. Stroik going in with it, looking for that contact here, but we'll see what the officiating crew. Never want to jump to any conclusions here until that final horn sounds here, but. And a technical foul is the call on the floor. Wow, that's big. I'm not gonna lie. So that is going to be Ella Van Order will shoot, and she's been Ella Van Order here looking to try to possibly. So Van Order, I tell you what, if you have a weak stomach, these are the kind of games that are not. Ella Van Order up with it, and Ella Van Order a chance to possibly put this squad up here by one. And that one is good for Ella Van Order. And Ella is clutch. 74-73. I tell you what, this is an unbelievable finish here to this one. So the Cardinals will inbound it, gives it over to Shirk. And the Cardinals are the regional champions! 74-73, walking things off here out at the Student Activity Center. Wow, what a game here, folks. I'll tell you what, my voice is nearly gone. Trevor Zaleski on our production here tonight. Holy smoker dokers, folks. 74-73. We will have our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. This is a game of the ages here. Coming up next is a Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds, Nasonville Dairy, in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. We'll bring it right back here in just a few moments. You have been watching and listening to high school regional final basketball action here tonight on Zaleski Sports. Stevens Point Pacelli Cardinals regional champions tonight. We'll have our post-game show. Hopefully get a few words with head coach Allison Smaglick and get a few words here with whomever we can talk to, I guess. So we'll bring it right back here in just a few moments on Zaleski Sports. Brought to you tonight by the Hoff Favor Realty Group.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
I know. All right, Trevor Zaleski giving me the thumbs up here. First of all, Coach, the cardiac kids here, maybe that's the best way to describe it, because you guys, just the heart and the glory and the guts here, the blood, sweat, and tears, maybe there's a better word, I'm not sure, but talk about it. Talk about a game like tonight.
You know, it was going back and forth. We talk about basketball as a game of runs. When we put one on, they're going to counter that, and vice versa. We did a really good job of staying with it, you know, and not giving up. And as you can tell there towards the end, a lot of people were making a lot of big plays, especially when we were getting like the 5-second calls, the 10-second calls. Those were big, and we had some breakdowns, but they did not give up, you know, and that's the one thing is, you know, I was telling them with 2 minutes left that there's so much time left in this game and our heads should not be down, and, you know, they can't, this is the game that I've seen them most be like this, tight with. So I'm extremely proud of them, and, you know, Ella, she called that she wanted those, you know, and what a senior thing to do, big moment, extremely loud, and I told her, you know, this is a perfect way to end your career on this court, you know, stepping up and hitting those shots.
Absolutely, and you know, just I kind of get goosebumps in something like that. It's, you know, you can't even write a storybook about it, but you know, Ella, one of the two seniors coming through so big, nailing those free throws, and I mean, she was nearly perfect from the line here tonight. One of your senior leaders. Coach, you're going to be at Allman Bancroft on Thursday, so sectional semifinal. What are some thoughts here as you guys prepare over these next several days here, Coach?
We'll enjoy this, and then, you know, we've practiced against them many, many times, preparing for them. You know, we've been able to come out on top, but like I said, when we played Pittsville for a third time, it's extremely hard to beat a team a third time. We have to be on our game. We can't have any mental breakdowns. And again, we have to feed off of how we did tonight and keep pushing that, because how we did tonight, we can become a state championship team with how much heart we had. So people don't look at that, but heart can get you a long ways.
Absolutely. You know, Allman Bancroft, just a well-coached team. Chad Newby over there, you know, Dernbach and Newby and so many others. So that's going to be a grinder, no doubt. Coach, anything more before I guess we'd like to, I know everybody's kind of celebrating, but I don't know if we want to get our whole team.
I can get them together.
Yeah.
So,
but
at our next game?
I'm planning on it. I'm not sure yet, but I'm hoping so.
Well, let's hope it's exciting, but not like this exciting.
Yes, that one was a little bit too close for comfort. Well, my heart was going a little bit too, Coach. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Coach. That's Allison Smaglick. She's gonna try to round up the squad here. We'll try to get a team picture here with a squad here. Again, regional champions out here tonight, out at the Student Activities Center. Just a very gutsy performance, 74-73. And I tell you what, they earn a trip now to the sectional semifinal game. I don't know the location of that yet, but I know that'll be on Thursday night. And then they, of course, will be playing the Eagles of Allman Bancroft, who they're all too familiar with here, the conference rivalry. Very well-coached team over there in Allman Bancroft. Obviously, the likes of Dernbach and Newby, but they have so many other teams. And as Coach said, you know, it's really hard to beat a team 3 times, but you know, that's going to be a good game. Hopefully a lot of folks can go out, cheer both teams on, really, for that matter. But a very gutsy performance here. We'll run through our scoring here. We'll start here with the Dons here of Columbus Catholic. I'll tell you what, they get a game of the ages here for Izzy Holt. She has 31 points, just a sophomore here. And then you get 18 points for Ellie Gardner, just a freshman. Caitlin Casperson with 11 points here tonight. You get 5 points for Maddie Burnick. You get 4 points for Kenley Hilgeman. 2 points for Sophie Wilczek and Chase Blenker here. The 73 team points here. That will end the season here for the Dons. But I'll tell you what, they gave everything they absolutely had. There was nothing left on the court really from either team, and you could sense that as this game continued to go on here. We'll turn things over here now to the Cardinals here. They were led in scoring. Jaden Stroik with 31 points. as she goes toe-to-toe with Izzy Holes in terms of scoring. 31 points in the game. Ella Van Order with those clutch free throws, 15 points in the game. 14 points tonight for Peyton Stroik, including 12 of those from the three-point land. And then you get 10 points tonight for Haley Krzyzewski. Yeah, that would be great. 4 points for Kinsley Shirk, the 70-14 points. We'll hopefully get our entire squad here. We'll keep it right here. Trevor Zaleski on our production here. We'll try to get a team photo here, and we'll get the whole Cardinals regional champ girl squad into the Zaleski Sports Highlight House. So we'll keep it. I tell you what, Trevor, let's take like 30 seconds. We'll bring it back. We'll get the whole team in here. There they are. All right, there they are. The whole squad is here. All right, we have the entire Pacelli squad here. The first of all, holy smokes, ladies, that was a game of the ages here. You guys are going to be playing again Thursday in the sectional semifinal game against Ullman Bancroft, so very big game. We want to get a picture. We're going to put this on Zaleski Sports, so I'll get out of the camera here. Trevor, I'm going to get out. I'm going to get a picture here so we can get. Let's see what my picture skills are like. We are still live here. All right. I'll do another one here. I'll do one more back. All right, we're good. We want to get the whole team into the house. The whole team. So we'll count you down. We'll go 3, 2, 1. I'll get out of the way, and you guys say, yeah, Pacelli Cardinals in the house. Okay. So we'll go 3, 2, 1.
We're the Pacelli Cardinals, and we're in the house!
Thank you. Good job, Haley. All right, again, Pacelli Cardinals here, regional champions out here, Student Activity Center here. As we mentioned, they will have a trip over to play Ullman Bancroft Thursday in the sectional semifinal game. And a chance to still a journey down to state here. We're going to wrap things up. Trevor Zaleski doing a great job. Production, Brandon Baroncott on the call here tonight. Again, congratulations, Stevens Point Pacelli, on your 74-73 regional championship here tonight on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from all of our friends over at the Hoff Favor Real Estate Group. Have yourselves a very good night, everyone.